you. I'm not gonna. I got somebody better. But
hey, how come you didn't answer my text?
So recently, a man in, quote, full ninja garb attacked members of the U.S. Army 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment in the middle of the night in the California desert, assaulting a victim with a sword. The incident happened when reportedly the ninja approached one of the soldiers near a hangar and asked, quote, "Do you know who I am?" The soldier replied that he didn't. The ninja then asked, "Do you know where my family is?" Following that, the ninja attacked the man with a sword. The ninja was later apprehended by the police.
All right, there is a lot to unpack here. This is a good week. Okay, so the question: a lot of young boys and teenage preteens coming of age. The question they ask is: could a ninja defeat the U.S. Army? I think the answer is no.
Yeah. Well, was this guy
a real
ninja?
Him? Did they kill him?
No, they didn't kill him.
But he hurt people.
Yeah, he seriously wounded a man with a sword.
I'm impressed at their restraint. I mean, I expect the cops to have restraint. That's their job. Get out there and have restraint. I don't really expect the military to have the restraint that I expect from the cops.
Well, I don't think these soldiers were not armed. I don't think. They were just hanging out. So, and it wasn't a situation where he charged a group of army soldiers. It's he sort of caught one who was off to the side and then asked him a couple weird questions and then cut him up with a sword. And then the police arrived and apparently they shot him with those, sort of those beanbag rounds.
Oh, right.
But those were sort of ineffective. The ninja was too strong of body and mind to be
well, he was able to transfer the energy. When the energy hit, he was able to
right, yeah, exactly.
At that point. They're just
right. He got hit by a bunch of them and he sort of formed it into an orb of kinetic power and he destroyed a cop car. I'm reading between the lines of the article here. It didn't say that. And then they tased him, and that kind of did the trick. Took him into custody.
Do we know who this guy is, or is that?
Yeah, a 35-year-old man named something. I think Gino Rivera, something like that. I wasn't able to find any other details about this man.
I'm gonna get a little less vague here. We live in this day and age of tiptoeing over topics like race, but I initially thought I thought, okay, what's the percentage likelihood that this guy's actually Japanese?
Oh, very low.
And I'm just
exceedingly low.
She's going to end up telling me his name's Jimmy Ray Bradley or something. Because, I don't know about you.
I assumed he was white, too, because this is all very white behavior.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he could still be, a lot of people who are essentially white have, Hispanic-sounding names. That's not really that unusual.
I'm not even saying white. He could be black. He could be Mexican. Mm-hmm. The one thing I knew he wasn't was Japanese. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's fair. he has a very Hispanic-sounding name, but who knows? It didn't say what his race was in the article.
Right. Man, the 80s did a number on us. I don't know about you growing up, but for me growing up, there was always those kids. And you go to those kids' house and it was trailery. I'm not coming down on them. They were my friends. Totally liked them then. Totally like them now. But it was always those kids that had the nunchucks. And that, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's really fair because I do remember trying to figure out ways to talk my mom into letting me order throwing stars from the back of a magazine.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because ninja weapons are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us are better at holding them than others.
Right. I mean,
you're terrible.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a katana and I showed it to Chauncey one time and I immediately cut myself quite badly with it.
Yeah, you pulled it out of the sheath an inch and a half and somehow cut yourself on an inch and a half of exposed blade out of all of this device. you found a way to cut
Okay.
yourself.
What was happening was I was trying to put it into I had it like on a belt, which I don't normally carry it, but my arms were full.
Is this
And
story
so-
really going to make this better?
No, it's going to make it worse. Okay, just know for the audience, I'm an idiot and I hurt myself. And that will kind of just sum it up there. But I don't regret it. Because
Precisely what I
ninja
was-
weapons are very cool.
Yes, I agree. Have you seen the
So-
South Park where they get the ninja weapons and they end up?
I haven't seen any South Park ever.
Okay. It's a great episode and totally worth watching. And I watched it. And I'm all, oh my God, it's me and my friends, you know?
Still love comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so much so that I would steal them.
You would steal comic books.
Because they've got expensive. You know, I started reading, they were 10 cents.
That's the excuse for all stealing.
Then
by
they
the way.
went up to 2 cents. It was so expensive.
Remember how cheap cars used to be? Well, that.